Hi and hello dear friends, welcome back once again to our channel viii Academy of Mathematics, and this playlist is where you can find video lessons for CBSE Class 11 Applied Mathematics. This session we are about to solve exercise 2.2 from our standard book ML Aggarwal, Neeraj Raj Jain, and this is going to be under the concept of indices and logarithms. And this exercise 2.2, it's going to be a very easy exercise. We have got very easy problems. It is all about the basics of logarithm, right? Okay. And in order to solve the problems which are from this exercise, we just need to know only one basic thing. It is the relation between an exponential form and a logarithm form. Let's quickly revise it. Then it will be easy for us to follow and then solve the problems. Yes? Yeah, we'll go. So first of all, we are given any exponential form, that is some base raised to some power is equal to some answer. If you are given an exponential form, we should be knowing how to convert it to a logarithmic form. Yes, this is what we have to first of all learn here. Let me show an example how it can be done. Okay, so the thing is, in general way how we can do that is, like if we have any exponential form, I am writing an example. So we have x to the power n is equal to y. So see, here we have x to the power n is equal to y. This x is the base and the n is the power, that's exponent, and x to the power n, the value is going to be y. Now this expression, it is expressed in terms of an exponential form, and we should be knowing how to write this same expression in terms of a logarithm. This is the one thing we should be very sure in order to do problems from this exercise. Just see carefully how this can be done. Just how this can be written in logarithm form. So the thing is, what we have to do here is, like, we should first of all write log. Okay, so log of, what we have to do here is, just see the right hand side. What do we have here? We have got the value y, is it or not? So this y will be coming here, like it will become log y, and log y to the base, we call it to be the to the base, that's how we call, okay, to the base. See the left hand side, the base here is x, right? That will come here to the base of the log, that is, we'll write it as a suffix, log y to the base x. That's how we read it. I'll repeat, log y to the base x is equal to, and this power n is there, right? That power n will now come to the right hand side. So this is how it will be coming like this. Yes, okay, I hope it is clear to you. So when we have an exponential form, x to the power n is equal to y, if it is given like that, now in order to represent it in terms of an logarithm form, this is what we have to do. So what we have to do, log of y to the base x is equal to n. This is the way we have to just write it, and I'll show an example using numbers. Okay, let me take a very simple example. So like we'll have 5 square is equal to 25. So we have 5 square equal to 25. We very well know that, right? Because 5 square is equal to 25. This is an exponential form. Now in order to write this in a logarithm form, what we have to do, we have to write this as log of this 25. This 25 comes here to the base, this 5 will come to the base, to the base 5 is equal to, what do we have for the power here? We have the power to be 2. So that comes to the right hand side. That's it, very simple. Okay, so log 25 to the base 5 is equal to 5. This is how we write it, and this is the way we have to read it. Okay, fine. Yes, I hope you are clear with this basic example, how to write an exponential form to logarithm form. And we should also be sure in writing the reverse way, that is, when we are given a logarithm form, there also we should be knowing how to write it in a exponential. We should present in an exponential form. That part also we should be knowing. Okay, it's just a reverse way, right? Now what happens is, like, this 5 will come to the top, that is, this will become the base 5 square. This 2 will come as the power of 5. So 5 square is equal to 25. So that's how it becomes. That is how it is adjusted. So we should be knowing both the ways. Okay, either exponential to logarithm or logarithm to exponential, both the things we have to be knowing very surely. Then only we'll be able to solve the problems from this exercise. Yes, okay. And next is point number 2. The next thing what we have to be sure is, we should be very clear with the rules, the laws of exponents, because using that also we'll have to deal with the problem. So we should be thorough in that also, because that will only help us to get the answers, the missing values and everything. So that point also we should be very sure. So point number 1 is, we should be very clear about writing the forms, logarithm to exponential logarithm. This you have to be sure. And second thing we should be sure about the laws of exponents, because knowing all these are what will help us to solve the problems. Yes, now we will start working out the problems. Starting from the first question, So question number 1 here is convert the following to logarithm form. So we have got many subdivisions here. We have to solve these questions. They are going to be very easy, right? So we just need to convert each of these exponential forms to logarithm form. Just now we have seen how to do that. So for each of these following, we are going to do that. So it won't take much time at all. We can quickly do it, right? Okay. Yeah, starting from the first question. So it is same as the example that we saw just now. So 5 power 2 is equal to 25. So this can be written in log form as logarithm of this 25, which is on the right hand side, that comes here, to the base 5 is equal to 2. That's it. That's going to be the answer, right? Okay. Let's quickly do the same process for all the other questions also. Yes, second one we have a power 5 is equal to 64. This can be written as log 64 to the base a is equal to 5. Yes. Next one we have 9 power 0 is equal to 1, and this can be written as log of 1 to the base 9 is equal to 0, because the power comes to the right hand side. Yes. Yeah, here next we have log of, here we have 3 power minus 2 is equal to 1 by 9. So that means log of this 1 by 9 to the base 3 will be equal to the power which is minus 2. Next we have 10 power minus 2 is equal to 0.01. So that means here we have log of 0.01 to the base 10 is equal to minus 2. Always try to write the values and things, everything legibly. Why? Because like we should be clearly knowing the difference between the suffix number what we are writing and the logarithmic value. Okay, so because this is the log value, this is the base. Okay, the base what we write in the suffix, that should be very clear. Okay, so we don't write them together, so that if we try to write like that, it will be having a confusion, it will create a confusion. So write it very neatly. Okay, yes, yeah. Next is we have 81 to the power 3 by 4 is equal to 27. No, so here we will have a log of 27 to the base this 81 will be equal to the power which is going to be 3 by 4. And yes, that's it. This is going to be the answers for our first question. Next is question number 2. Here we got convert the following to exponential form. That is, each of these subdivisions we see here, everything is given in terms of logarithm, and we should convert back to them to exponential form. Okay, that is the reverse process we have to do now. So yeah, it's again going to be very easy only. So let's try doing for all these questions. Okay, our first subdivision we have log of 32. Log 32 to the base 2 is equal to 5. So what we do here, first of all we have to start with this base. Okay, so the base is 2, so write 2 here. This 2 raised to the power, okay, this is going to be the power, 2 to the power 5 will what be equal to this logarithmic value 32. So 2 power 5 is equal to 32. This is going to be the exponential form. You can even check it. 2 power 5 is going to be 32 only, right? Okay. So what you do again, let me repeat. So base number whatever you have, you just write it here. That becomes the base of the exponent. So 2 raised to the value, okay, the logarithmic value what we got is here. Okay. So the answer 5 that comes here as the power, which will be equal to this 32. Okay, so this is going to be the exponential form of this given question. Okay, so we are going to do the same process for all the other questions also. Just carefully listen it. So we'll try to do it quickly, even more quickly. So like here we have log 1 by 3 to the base 3 is equal to minus 1. So that means this 3 will come here. To the power minus 1 will what be equal to this 1 by 3. So this is going to be the exponential form of this question. Quickly, next question, we have log 4 to the base 8 is equal to 2 by 3. So that means 8 to the power this 2 by 3 will what be equal to this 4. So that's the answer for third subdivision. Yeah, coming to the next one, here we have log 0.001 to the base 10 is equal to minus 3. So we got here 10 to the power minus 3, which will be equal to 0.001. Yeah, fine. Yeah, next one. Here we have log 0.25 to the base 2 is equal to minus 2. So that means we will have 2, this 2 to the power this minus 2. Okay, 2 to the power minus 2 will be equal to this value 0.25. Okay, all right. Yes. Next one we have log 1 by a to the base a is equal to minus 1. So this gives a, this a that I am writing here, this a to the power minus 1 will what be equal to 1 by a, right? Yes. So we have finished all these questions. So these are going to be the exponential forms of those respective questions. Okay, if you want to verify, you can even try expanding the exponent and try with the check with the exponent's law what you have already seen there. So you can check all these things, you will be finding them to be true. So yes, this is how we convert an logarithmic form to exponential form. Yeah, we have finished second question also. Let's move on to the next question. Next with us is question number 3. So here our question is, by converting to exponential form, find the values of the following. So if you see all these following things, we have everything given in terms of logarithm, but the right hand side is missing. That is, this logarithmic value is missing, and that is what we are supposed to find. This is what we are asked to find in the question. Now, as I told, in order to solve these kind of problems are what, we should be very clear with the basic laws of exponents. So if you have missed those basics, kindly see the basic video which is uploaded earlier. So, and also you must be seeing that exercise 2.1, the previous exercise also, because exercise 2.1 is full of these kind of problems only, where we frequently use all possible laws of exponents and try to solve the problem. So if you are very clear with that, you can understand all these problems. So if you have missed that, kindly watch those videos and then come see this process. You will be very easily able to understand. Okay, yes, fine. Yeah. Now coming to the first subdivision, we have log of 16 to the base 2 is equal to what? Okay, this is our question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this as some x. That's it. Okay, so that is, we have to find the value of x. That's it, very simple. So now log 16 to the base 2 is equal to x. Now try to write this as an exponential form. If we try to do that, we will be getting it to be 2 to the power x is equal to 16. Is it or not? Like yes, because just now we did, right? The previous questions, we did the same thing, right? We have a logarithm form, we try to write as an exponential form. This is how we tried. So we will have this value, which is this base will be coming here, the power will come here 2 power x, which will be equal to this value, which will be 16. Okay, that is how we write. And now we have to find the value of x here. So for that, what we have to do? We should always try to just have both the sides with same bases. Okay, that is how the exponential property itself is like. When we want to find the missing power, if we have both the sides, we have the expressions expressed with same powers, we will be very easily able to find the missing powers. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do now. So we will have 2 power x is equal to 16. Now listen carefully, this 16 I am going to rewrite as 2 power some number. So you just think and tell, 16 is equal to 2 power what number it is? It will be equal to, so you just see, try to see the powers of 2, that itself will tell you the answer. So like 2 power 1 will be 2, 2 square is 4, 2 cube is 8, and 2 power 4 will be is what is 16. Is it or not? So that means this 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4. Okay, and this point is also very much important. What is that? You should be knowing the basic powers also. I mean, like all the single digit numbers, right? If you are much comfortable with few powers of those numbers, okay, like at least some 4 powers or 5 powers, so up to 10 powers also, for small numbers up to 10 powers also you can remember. Okay, like if you take this 2 and all, like you just remember up to 10 powers, it will be very useful for you to solve these kind of problems. You can save much of time. Okay, so up to 2 power 1, so like from 2 power 1 to 2 power 10, 2 power 10 is going to be 1024, right? Yes. So if you know like that, it will be very easy for you to do these kind of problems very quickly. We can do it. Okay, yes, yeah. Anyways, 2 power x is equal to 2 power 4 we got. Now what else we can do? It's very easy for it to get the answer. Now we can easily compare the powers, okay, because both are raised with 2's powers only, right? So 2 power x is equal to 2 power 4. That means this powers I can easily equate it. So x is equal to 4. This x is equal to this 4. So that means answer for the first question is, answer is 4 is the answer. Okay, so log 16 to the base 2 is going to be x. That x is what we got it to be 4. That means answer is 4 for this question. Okay, yes, done. Yeah. Now come to the second question. The same approach is what we are going to use for all these questions. Okay, trying to write an exponential form and then try to write both the sides with same bases. That's what we are going to try. Now look at this problem, how we are going to try this question. Log 8 to the base 4 is again equal to some x. I'm going to take it to be x. So now what happens is, when you try to write an exponential form, we'll get 4 to the power x is equal to 8. Remember, we are writing 4 to the power x is equal to 8. And if you carefully observe here, we will not be able to get 4's power to be 8. Is it possible? Because 4 power 1 will be 4 and 4 power 2 will be 16. So we will not be able to get this 8. So for that reason, what I am going to do here is, I am going to write it in a different way. I am going to write this 4 again as power of 2. Right, okay, so try to write this power of 2. Just listen how I'm going to do that. I'm going to replace this 4 as 2 to the power 2, and we have one more x there, right? That x will come here as a multiplication. Why? Because power of power, we can multiply the power, right? So we can have 2 to the power 2x. We can rewrite that 4 power x as 2 to the power 2x is equal to, now come to the right hand side. The right hand side we have 8. This 8 also can be written in the same way, power of 2. How we can write it? We can write this 8 as 2 power 3 we can write, is it or not? So 2 to the power 3 we can write, because 2 cube is what is 8, right? That's why. Okay, so now again we got both the things to be with same basis. So now we can easily compare the powers. When you compare the powers, we will be getting what? We will be getting 2x is equal to 3, and that means x is equal to 3 by 2 is going to be the answer for this question. Okay, yes, all right. So this question also we are trying the same way, but the only thing is, since we are unable to write this 4 as a power, I mean like as a power, this 8 as a power of 4, we can still do that. Okay, we will be able to do that, but here we will feel it little uncomfortable. So for that reason, I am writing both the sizes 2's powers and writing the answer. Okay, so anyways, we got the answer. X is equal to 3 by 2 is going to be the answer for this question. Now move on to the next question, third question. So here we have log 0.01 to the base 10. Again, I am going to take this to be x. Okay, we have to find the value of x only. That's going to be our objective. So for this, what we can do is, again I can write as an exponential form. 10 power x is equal to 0.01. I can write it like this, right? Yes, very well I can write it. Okay, so 10 power x is equal to 0.01. I'm writing like this. Now this 0.01, again I'm going to rewrite it as, just look carefully, I'm going to rewrite this as 1 by 100, because this is in a decimal form, right? So if I want to write as a fraction, I can write as 1 by 100. Okay, yes, done. Okay, so 10 power x is equal to 1 by 100 we have written, but what we want, we have to express this also with a power of 10, right? Okay, because left hand side we have power of 10, right hand side also, if we have this value expressed in terms of a power of 10, it will be very comfortable, very easy for us to get the value of x, is it or not? So for that reason, what I'm going to do is, this 1 by 100, I'm going to again rewrite it as 1 by, this 100 is going to be now 10 square, right? Okay, you got it? 100 is 10 square, and now again what I'm going to do here is, this 1 by 10 square can again be written as what? And I can just take the 10 to the numerator position. So 10 to the power, now it will become, the power will become a negative, it will become -2. Okay, I hope you are able to follow the steps. We initially got 0.01, that I am turning to be a fraction, 1 by 100. That 1 by 100 again I am writing as 1 by 10 square, and again taking the 10 to the numerator position. So when you just reciprocal, take the reciprocal, what happens? The power will change its sign. So here we got 10 to the power 2, it is +2. Now when I take it to the upside, I mean numerator, it becomes 10 to the power -2. That's it. Now all we have is 10 to the power x is equal to 10 to the power -2. Now we can very easily compare the powers and get the answer as x is equal to -2. And that's the answer for our third question. Finished? Yeah, coming to the next fourth question. Here we got log of 1 by 7 to the base 7. Again, I'll take this to be some x. So here what we'll get is, like here we'll get this 7 to the power x is equal to 1 by 7. So this is quite simple, right? Because 1 by 7 can be very easily written as 7 to the power -1, because this is 7 inverse, right? This also we have seen in the previous exercise 2.1. So 1 by 7 is nothing but 7 inverse. So now I can very easily compare this x with this -1. So we'll get x is equal to -1. I can equate them, and that gives the answer. X is equal to -1 is going to be the answer for this question. Okay, all right. Yeah, coming to the next one, fifth question. Okay, so here we got like log of 256 to the base 0.5. Okay, so here again I'm going to take this as some x. So now what happens is, like we will have 0.5 to the power x. Note it carefully. 0.5 to the power x is what is equal to this 256. All right. Okay. Now if you see this left hand side itself, we got this base itself as a decimal. So what we can do here, we'll just replace this decimal with a fraction. I hope I can easily tell what is this 0.5. Can you tell 0.5 as a fraction? 0.5 we can write as what fraction? We can write it as 1 by 2, is it or not? So we'll write as 1 by 2 power x is equal to, right hand side also we got 256. Now this 256 also we will try to write as a power of 2. Why? Because see the left hand side. Once we try to convert this as fraction, we are getting 1 by 2. So we got 2 here, right? So the left hand side is now becoming power of 2. It will become power of 2. So the same thing we will try to do on the right hand side also. This right hand side 256 also we will try to write as a power of 2. Can you just check 2 power what number will be 256? It's easy, right? Like we'll go for like 2 power 4 is 16, 2 power 5 is 32, 2 power 6 is 64, 2 power 7 is 128, 2 power 8 is what is 256. So 2 to the power 8. That's it, we got it. Now all we can do is again come back to the left hand side. We got 1 by 2 power x. So this can be written as what? 2 to the power minus x. Yes, very well, we can write like this, right? 2 to the power minus x is what is this 2 to the power 8. And now if I compare, what we will have is like we will be having minus x is equal to 8. Just we can compare, we can just equate the powers. We will have minus x is equal to this 8. This is what we will be getting, and hence this x will be equal to, just take this minus to the other side, x is equal to minus 8. Okay, I hope you're able to follow that also. So it's not going to be a very complicated step. If minus x is equal to 8, then x is equal to minus 8. Simple. Okay, I just did that in the same step itself. That's it. So anyways, we got the answer, x is equal to minus 8. So that means the logarithm value of this expression is going to be minus 8 is the answer. And we have got one more question, the last question of this third question. Okay, last subdivision here. So here a question is like we got log of 0.25 to the base 2 is equal to what? Again, as usual, I'm going to take this as some x. And now what happens is like we'll have 2 power this x is equal to 0.25. Right? Okay. Yes. So 2 power x is equal to 0.25. And now left hand side there's no problem, no disturbance. But if you see the right hand side we got some decimals. Okay, right? So 0.25. So how can you rewrite this 0.25 as a fraction? This is a decimal form. How to rewrite it as a fraction? Can you just think what is 0.25 as a fraction? So 0.25 is nothing but 25 by 100, or otherwise it's very simple. It's equal to 1 by 4 basically, right? So 25 by 100 can even be simplified. It will become 1 by 4. Alright, okay. So that means 2 power x is equal to this 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 can be written as what? 1 by 4 is again 1 by 2 square. I hope you can understand why I am writing like this, because see, our left hand side we have 2 to the power x. So right side also we should try to do, or we should try to rewrite it as power of 2. So that's what I am trying here. 1 by 2 square I am writing. So again this 1 by 2 square can be rewritten as what? 2 to the power minus 2. Alright, okay. Why? Because like we got 2 to the power 2 here. When we take the reciprocal, the 2 will come to the numerator, and hence the power will become, the power will change its sign. So 2 to the power minus 2 it will become. So that's what I am writing. So finally we are getting 2 power x is equal to 2 power minus 2, and thus we get x is equal to minus 2. That is, we are comparing the powers, we are equating the powers. 2 power x, 2 power minus 2, we are equating the powers, we get x is equal to minus 2, and that's the answer for our sixth subdivision of this third question. So here again we completed all the 6 problems here under question number 3. I hope you are able to understand this. Next we'll follow the next problem. Moving to question number 4. Here we have to solve for x. Now if you see each of these questions, you have all these questions expressed in terms of logarithm. They are given in terms of logarithm. So in each of these you can find the variable x, and that x we have to solve and then get the answer. And here in question number 4 totally there are 10 subdivisions, but due to we don't have much of space, I have just taken the first 6 subdivisions here, and once after finishing this, next we'll go for the next 4 subdivisions. Okay, so here 6 and next 4. Okay, we'll do like that. So we'll be able to complete all the problems here. Now coming to the first subdivision, here we got log x to the base 3 is equal to 2. Okay, as usual what we have to try to do is we have to write it in an exponential form, and then we can solve it. Okay, yes. So if we try to do it here, we will be getting 3 to the power 2 is equal to x. So that means it's very simple. X is equal to 3 square. That's all. Okay. So that means x is equal to 3 square is 9. Very simply we can tell the answer, right? Very easily we can tell. It's x is equal to 9. So for the first one, the value of x is equal to 9. That's going to be the answer. Now the same way we are going to work out all the questions, but the position of x is going to differ in each of these questions. But that doesn't matter. Our approach is going to be the same. So next one. Here the question is like we have log x to the base 10 is equal to minus 2. This is what we have here. So here again we try to do the same. We will have 10 to the power minus 2 will be equal to x. Is it or not? So this is what we will have, right? So 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to this x is what we will be having now. So here if you want to find the value of x, we will be getting x is equal to now 10 to the power minus 2. So what is 10 to the power minus 2? We can rewrite it as 1 by 10 square. Alright, yes. So that's nothing but 1 by 100, and that will be equal to x is equal to, what about 1 by 100? How can I write as a decimal value? This can be written as 0.01, and hence the value of x is equal to 0.01 is going to be the answer. So if you want it in a fraction form itself, you can leave it as it is, 1 by 100. But if you want to give it in a decimal form, 0.01 is going to be the answer. Okay, yes. So yeah, let me write it clearly so that it won't disturb the other question. Yeah, coming to the third question, third subdivision here, we have a log of 1 by 4 to the base x is equal to minus 1. This is what we have. So here again we are going to do the same thing. I'm going to write it as an exponential form. So here what happens is, like, we get x to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 by 4. That's what we get here, right? Very simple, right? This x to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 by 4. This is what we will get. And if you take this step, I can rewrite the same step as x to the power minus 1. That x power minus 1 can be rewritten as 1 by x. So that means we get 1 by x is equal to 1 by 4. And from this we can very easily tell x is equal to 4, right? Yes, is it or not? Very simple, right? Okay. So it's going to be a very simple question only, that x inverse, x power minus 1 is what I'm writing as 1 by x. Now 1 by x is equal to 1 by 4. That means x is equal to 4. Finished. That's it. Now coming here. So here we have the fourth question. So here we got log x to the base 81 is equal to 3 by 2. This is what we have. So that means here what we will have is, like, we'll have a 81 to the power 3 by 2 is equal to x. This is what we will be getting. So remember carefully, 81, I'm writing here, to the power, 81 to the power 3 by 2 is what is equal to this x. So this is how we will be writing. So that means x is equal to this 81 to the power 3 by 2. That's it. Okay. So now carefully just see here, x is equal to 81 to the power 3 by 2 we got here. But what we will try to do here is, this by 2 we will just try to bring it to the front side, so that it will be coming as root of 81. Okay, so square root of 81 the whole cube. This is how it will be becoming. So x is equal to, what about square root of 81? Square root of 81 is going to be 9. Okay, so that means this will be 9, because root 81 is 9 and 9 square is what is 81. So root 81 is 9. So we'll get x is equal to 9 cube, because we have a cube here, 9 cube. So that means x is equal to, what about 9 cube? 9 square, 9 9s are 81, and 9 cube will be like 81 into 9. So we'll be getting 729. So x is equal to 729 is going to be the answer for our fourth subdivision. Yeah, next one we'll come to the next question. Here we got like a log x to the base 4 is equal to minus 1.5. This is what we have here. So here again we try to do it. So write in exponential form. So we get 4 to the power minus 1 by 5 is equal to x. This is what we will be getting. So now x is equal to, so we got 4 to the power minus 1 by 5. So 4 to the power minus 1 by 5. So what do you mean by that? Minus 1 by 5. So minus 1 by 5 is actually a decimal, right? So let us try to write the decimal like what? As a fraction. So minus 1.5. So minus 1.5. Minus 1.5 can be written as what? Minus 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2, right? Minus 3 by 2. Because this 1.5, the equivalent fraction is going to be 3 by 2. I am writing like this. So now what happens is, like, x is equal to, like, we'll have 4 to the power minus 3 by 2. That's it. Okay. Now as usual, this by 2, the power we have a by 2, right? That by 2 I can bring it to the front as root of 4 to the whole power minus 3. I can rewrite like this very well. So now x will be equal to root 4 is going to be 2 to the power, this is going to be minus 3. Okay, 2 power minus 3. And once again what I can do now is, like, I can just write it as 2 power minus 3. I can write it as 1 by 2 power 3, because, like, when I take a reciprocal, the power will change its sign. So 2 power minus 3 is becoming 1 by 2 power 3, and that means finally x is equal to, what about 1 by 2 cube? It is 2 cube, right? So it means 1 by 2 cube is 8. So that means x is equal to 1 by 8 is going to be the final answer for this fifth question. Yeah, coming to the sixth question, here we have a log of x plus 1 to the base root 3 is equal to 2. We have 2 here. So that means here when we try to write it in an exponential form, we will get root 3 power 2 is equal to x plus 1. I hope you are able to catch this. So root 3, that's the base value. So root 3 to the power 2 will be equal to x plus 1. So that's how we will be having it, right? So now what we will have is, like, root 3 square we have to do. What is root 3 square? Root 3 square is like root 3 into root 3. It's simple, right? It's going to be 3, simply 3, right? So that means x plus 1 is equal to this 3, and so x is equal to 3 minus 1, which will be 2, and x is equal to 2 is going to be the answer for our 6th subdivision. 7th subdivision, we have log of 2x plus 3 to the base 4 is equal to 3 by 2. So again we have to try to write this as an exponential form. So we try to do it, we'll be getting 4 to the power, this 4 to the power 3 by 2 is equal to, we'll have 2x plus 3. So that means we'll have 2x plus 3 is equal to this 4 power 3 by 2, right? Okay, so 4 power 3 by 2, I can rewrite it as what? So this divided by 2, what we have in this power will come to the front as square root. Okay, so that means we'll have square root of 4 to the whole cube. So this is what we'll be having. So again, what we can do now is like, we'll just take the square root of 4, which will be 2, is it or not? Root 4 is 2, and 2 cube will be equal to 8. So that means it's easy for you to visualize. It's going to be not much complicated. Root 4 is 2 and 2 cube is 8. Very simple. Okay, so that means 2x plus 3 is what is equal to this 8. So from this we can easily tell the value of x. So x will be equal to what? So we'll have this plus 3, which will be going there as minus 3. So 8 minus 3 will be 5, and this 2 will go there as divided by 2. So finally we'll be left with 5 by 2. So that means x is equal to 5 by 2 is going to be the answer for this 7th subdivision. Okay, yeah, next is 8th subdivision we have. So here we got log of x square minus 1 to the base 2 is equal to 3. Again we'll write as an exponential form. So we get 2 power 3 is equal to, right hand side we'll have x square minus 1. So that means x square minus 1 is what is equal to this 2 power 3. So what is 2 power 3? 2 power 3 is nothing but 2 cube. So 2 cube is 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. Alright, okay. So we get x square minus 1 is equal to 8. So that means x square will be equal to, this minus 1 will be going there with 8, and it will be getting added with that 1, right? Like this minus 1 will become there as plus 1, it will go there as plus 1. So we'll have 8 plus 1, which will be 9. So when x square is equal to 9, what about x? X will be equal to, be careful here, when x square is equal to 9, x can be possibly taking two values, right? Okay, because x can be plus or minus root of 9. So that means plus or minus 3. We'll have x is equal to plus or minus 3. We got two solutions here for x. So this is going to be the answer for our subdivision 8. And next is subdivision 9. Okay, if you have a close look of subdivision 9 here, if you see, we just have this question to be log x is equal to minus 1. And same way here also, you see the question here also, log x is equal to some value defined. So here we see that the base is missing, is it or not? So there's nothing to worry. When the base is missing, this logarithm is what you call it to be a common logarithm, or you call it as a decimal logarithm. Okay, let me write it separately and show you. Okay, you call this as a common logarithm or a decimal logarithm. Okay, so common logarithm or decimal logarithm. So that means this logarithm has got the base is equal to 10. This is what we have to understand. Okay, so when the base is not mentioned, we ourselves can insert that base as 10 here. Okay, so this means log x to the base 10 is equal to minus 1. Very simple, that's it. Okay, so they call it as while reading they call it as common logarithm of x, common log of x, or decimal log of x. The usual word, the very frequent word they will be using is common log. Okay, so common log of x is equal to minus 1. This is what they will be using, and we have to insert this base as 10. Now we can as usual proceed. So when we proceed, what you will get here, we will be getting it as 10 to the power this minus 1 is equal to x, is it or not? So that means we'll have 10 is equal to, sorry, x is equal to, what is 10 power minus 1? 10 power minus 1 is going to be 1 divided by 10, is it or not? So 1 by 10, because like we'll have 10 power minus 1, which can be written as 1 by 10 power 1, that's 1 by 10, and that means x is equal to, if you want to write as a decimal value, we'll have 0.1. So that means x is equal to 0.1 is going to be the answer for our 9th subdivision. And yeah, last one, 10th subdivision, and that's going to be the last problem of this exercise. We'll work out this also. So here again we got log x is equal to, we got right hand side 3 values we have. Okay, no issues, we'll separately find out for each of those values, we'll separately find out what can be this x. Okay, all right, and again we got a decimal common logarithm only. So we'll have log x to the base 10 is equal to this values. Okay, so that means for each of this, if you try to write as an exponential form, we'll be getting, first we'll take this minus 2. Okay, we'll take this minus 2, we'll be getting 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to x, or otherwise we can have 10 to the power the 0 is equal to, 10 to the power the 0, okay, let me write it clearly, 10 to the power the 0 is equal to x, or otherwise it can even be 10 to the power this 1 by 3 is equal to x. So we got three possibilities. Since we have three values here in the question itself, so we will have three possible values for our x value also. Okay, all right. Yeah, now coming here, we have 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to x. So that means 10x is equal to, like we will have 1 by 10 square. All right, okay, we will have 1 by 10 square. So that means this will be equal to 1 by 100, or otherwise we can even write it as 0.01. Okay, so if you want to leave it as a fraction, it is 1 by 100, or in decimal it will be 0.01. So anyways, this is going to be the answer for our this first possible answer for this 10th one. And next one, we have 10 power x is equal to 10 power 0. This is easy for you to say. 10 power 0 is going to be anything, power 0 is going to be 1, any non-zero value, power 0 raised to power 0 is going to be 1 only. So that means x is equal to 10 for this one. And last one, we have x is equal to, I'm sorry, this is by 3, right? 1 by 3. So I've written it to be x. So 10 to the power 1 by 3 is equal to x. Why? Because we got log x to the base 10 is equal to 1 by 3 we got. So that means we'll have 10 to the power 1 by 3 to be x. So that means x is equal to, what is 10 to the power 1 by 3? So 10 power 1 by 3, we can write it as like cube root, right? Because we got 1 by 3 in the power. So that means when it comes to the front, it will become cube root of 10. Okay, we'll write as cube root of 10. So that means cube root of 10 will not be exactly able to predict, okay, because it won't be an integer, because cube root of 8 means it's 2, cube root of 27 means it's 3, but it is somewhere between those values, right? So that means this will be like 2 point something. Better we'll leave it as it is. Okay, so x is equal to cube root of 10 is going to be the answer for this question. So yes, we have completed all the subdivisions of our fourth question also. Yes, all of you, I hope you are clear with the approach how we solved all these problems here. And if at all you have got any doubts, please comment it in the comment box. And if you feel that you need any more exercise or anything, any other exercise, the solutions, you can just let us know in the comment box. And if you feel this session to be very useful, please give a like. And also if you feel that it would benefit any of your friends, please share this video to your friends also. And yes, again, we'll catch up soon in other sessions. See you soon there. Thank you so much.